Hello.
Hello, Craig.
Hello.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be in the Wuggin arena, but I'm there.
No, you're not.
Okay. I am not.
You didn't see shit.
I went to go face my mortal enemy, Jethro Tull, once again.
Okay. Just turning on a light because it is more overcast than I thought, and then we're good to go.
If you want to fight your Professor Gabe, you can just tell Dustin to name a enemy NPC after him so we can fight him. I'm pretty sure that's why D&D was invented in the first place, was to fight college
The
professors.
thing is, I don't even think it's his fault. I think it's like the head of the writing department.
Oh. It's one of those teachers want to encourage creativity and everything, but are forced by the fate to do whatever.
That's how it feels.
The teacher is also disappointed that you're taking a following the rules class.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. So, last time that we left off, you guys were all... You finished up the tournament of the Wuggin Arena, and we fought the greatest enemy of all, which is CenturyLink. We through some battles with a territorial owlbear, you guys quickly figured out some of the movement controls, quickly in air quotes. But we finished that, found a child in a tree that was then knocked out of it, and he shit himself. You guys got him cleaned up, then proceeded to head your way back to the village with Crystal in hand. Along the way, you guys noticed that the boot prints of Lyra led off the trail on the way back. Stormwind in particular, you noticing this, led the group to go towards the barrier of the bubble. As you guys approached there, you kind of, for the first time, got to experiment with some of the things that you've never had a group of individuals that could travel through these together, and just with a little bit of experiments, quickly pieced together some new traits. But coming through on the other side, you found yourself in kind of an eternal rain. Looking through it, you noticed that landscape completely, almost like a crystalline volcanic ash, or not ash, but just like an obsidian ground that just had a constant deluge of rain on it. The group of you all stepping through, and with the plan to try and find Lyra in this new environment. What would you like to do?
Try and track her.
Two people talk at the same time. Sorry.
Can I try and track her using survival or something?
Okay.
Investigation.
Give me either a survival check or just a general perception check.
Well, perception is better, so I'll use that. Well, I rolled like shit.
Okay. With a 12, there's not much to be gleaned from this environment. You see, looking around, and all of you, you're immediately drenched, all of you. off into the distance, you kind of see the where you originally come out. It almost crests over on the small hill that's not very far away, but the things drop off past there into a view that you can't see. But paying closer attention to what's behind that like small hill, it almost looks as if there's like steam or clouds roiling up from over top of this direction.
I mean, I guess go that way.
Okay. Collectively, you all trudge through. As you do, this environment's pretty difficult to go through, and as you step through, you notice it's been worn dangerously smooth in some spots. All of you have to kind of fight to keep your footing on this ground, but as you do, you come to the edge of this this like event horizon where it peaks and then begins to slope down. Down towards the bottom, as you come to the top of this, you see that you're kind of in like an upward region of this area. The rest of this bubble you can now see. And there's this large hill that's maybe like 150 to 200 foot hill that kind of leads down in this sloping way. You see just rivets and fountains of water rushing towards where the edge of the barrier is. Though towards the end, the water almost scoops down, and it's almost as if there's a constant wave that's crashing into the edge of the barrier. And where it touches, you see it almost evaporates and turns to steam and continues this perpetual cycle. And off towards the middle of this kind of like roiling steam mass in the bottom, you see a couple of pillars that seem to have been eroded away, just small stances that are erected from this glass obsidian material. And sitting crouched in the middle of one of them, you see just Lyra kind of hunched over far off in the distance.
Can I approach her stealthily?
You're more than welcome to try.
Yeah. I can keep my footing.
So I guess
stay back while Stormwind stealthily approaches.
Damn.
I rolled shit again.
So let me see.
Here. Damn.
Okay.
Rivet's showing me up.
If you don't look down, it's very easy.
That was my problem.
Not really. Just due to the environment of what's going on, the amount of sound, everything that's like happening in this bottom area, you're so far enough away that like Lyra isn't looking at you. What is more dangerous is the footing. This slope begins to very quickly go from like what would be a gentle, sloping hill going down to almost a 45-degree angle, and this water has rubbed this down to just be smooth as glass. As you begin to kind of creep your way over this edge, there you feel one of your feet shoot out from underneath you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm theoretically good at those. Better.
Right, kind of like having that foot shoot out, you drop the knee, lean back on your one foot and lands on firm grounding and kind of stand back up and save yourself from sliding all the way to the bottom of this. You kind of like have that fluttering heartbeat, but it's a little dangerous to go down this way. What would you like to do?
Could I maybe do an investigation check to see if there was a way that Lyra managed to get down there?
Yes, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right. Oh.
I'd say it's not hard to think of. You've seen or heard Lyra speak of before, and I'd assume at this point maybe you've seen it just for petty shit, just to fuck with Stormwind at this point. Lyra can teleport.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't do that.
Well, neither can I. And I don't have any ball bearings.
You did just give those away to children.
I did just give those away to children, so I don't even have anything to throw at her. I guess I'm just gonna holler down at her.
I was gonna say, could Nana use a thaumaturgy or something?
Nana can use thaumaturgy. How would... Ooh, what I'd like to do is send or use thaumaturgy and kind of make a clapping noise right next to her ear.
Okay. Just what is the range on thaumaturgy?
30 feet.
A little bit far for that.
Okay. Can I go within 30 feet? I'm tiny. I won't be much.
You're at the top of like a 150 foot like hill.
Oh.
And like she's kind of just like, as you guys watch, she's almost just like she's like sitting on the ground, knees up, like arms resting on her knees, just hunched over and just staring at the border.
Can I do a insight check with mom knowledge? As far as like something's not right.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
What border is she staring at? Like the border of the bubble?
Yes.
15. 15 mom knowledge.
She does not know that you are here, and therefore is not trying to hide it. She is just the absolute picture of depression right now.
Okay. Guys, she's not doing good. I think we should go and talk to her together.
Does she need some of that therapy as well?
I think she might. She doesn't. Her heart hurts. And I'm gonna start making my way downtown, walking fast. Faces past.
I would not suggest walking fast.
I'm not gonna...
walking slow.
I'm gonna
cautiously.
let someone more dexterous go and get her.
Carefully walk.
Go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics check to try to get down what is a sheer glass wet surface.
Ooh,
7.
wish I had more.
One step in, and almost a carbon copy, you watch as the foot shoots out as Nana puts weight onto this hill. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I make a like to save her from sliding down or help her out? Extending
I'll say
my...
being the athletic creature that you are, you watch with the forewarning, knowing that like this is slick as shit, and maybe good intentions do not meet the road here. You watch as Nana begins to just, his foot is out and is going down the hill. You have one chance to grab her. Go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Okay.
The DC will be 22.
Oh.
If it doesn't work, I have a plan.
I think I got it. Oh, I don't got it.
Does your plan include playing?
You just begin to watch as Nana starts shuttling down this hill as quick as you have seen, like, just going.
How far away is she?
But at the bottom of the hill, I will be next to Lyra.
So you watch as she begins to rocket down this hill, traveling quickly. I'd say it's like maybe within 2 rounds, she is going to be like down to the bottom of this hill. She's moving like 60 feet, or within 6 seconds.
What kind of like, girl? You're about to take fall damage. Let me see.
That is like a lethal amount of fall damage, and you're
Bad time to not have prepared feather fall.
I have a couple of ideas, but considering Dustin saying she's rocketed so far, Thorn Whip only has a 30-foot range, so I'm guessing I didn't have a chance to use that.
Seeing Torbjorn miss, I will give you a chance to go out here. The DC will remain 22. Give me a whatever your spellcasting ability modifier is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I like use Thorn Whip?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a +6 to the roll. Let's see what I get. Oh shit! All right, well that missed too. That's a 9.
Okay, multiple chances. You feel the wind, Nana, as Torbjorn tries to grab you. You feel a snap of like a thorn crack over you as that misses you, and just with the snap of the whip that kind of like echoes on this second, you see Lyra kind of like whip her head around, red hair kind of like splashing in the water, and she immediately clocks you coming shuttling down the hill. She's just kind of like confused for a moment, as just trying to process what the hell is happening. Nana, do you do anything as you are careening quicker and quicker towards the bottom of this?
Catch!
Say that again?
Catch me!
Catch me.
Catch me.
Does Lyra have feather fall?
She looks at you, and you, Nana, as you're getting closer, you see her face, the mask of just like petulance immediately go straight up. My God, you fucking snaps her fingers, and you just begin to drift slowly. She hasn't gotten you out of the water. You just slowed down to a little bit of a crawl, till eventually you find yourself nestled up against the pillar that she's under, kind of being buffeted by just like 6 to 8 inches of rain, just trying to take your feet out from underneath you.
Thank you, dear. I'm gonna try to get my clothes back. So, I take it, same thing happened. They got you down here. Am I gonna guess that correctly?
No, I was investigating the entirety of the bubble, like I'm supposed to as part of my job. What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I tripped and fell, so that's what I kind of assumed that you did.
And you just see her snap her fingers. You see a flash of like arcane light. There is a moment for you to go back to the top of the hill. You kind of recognize seeing where you've probably seen Lyra do the same trick to Stormwind, just to like put her into like a puddle or something around the city. Do you accept to this dimension door that opens up around you?
She's gonna, or I'm gonna stand next to it. I don't want to go in. Honey, you cannot get rid of me that easily. Come here.
Yes, I can.
On?
And you see her kind of take 1 foot off of the pillar and drop, taking the dimension door and popping up. You see a flash of arcane energy behind you as Lyra now appears around the rest of your group. She walks to the edge. 4 more seconds!
Alright, I'm gonna walk through it, because she's now with the group, correct?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk through. Got it, promise. And then walk up.
So, as you all now meet, just still kind of in this ever storm, essentially, she's just kind of like glaring at all of you and tapping her foot. Just, what are you doing? You're supposed to be helping his stupid town. Why are you here?
Did you tell anyone that you had left?
I don't need to. I'm supposed to be investigating the surrounding area. Like, that's the secondary mission that I have.
And your team should know where you are. You know how dangerous it is out here.
You kind of see her, like, wince at that. I can handle it. Shut up.
Bjorn raises his hand and is just like, I did not realize it was very dangerous out here. I just thought it was wet. For the record.
To be fair, he is right.
What is it that you're looking for?
I am not having this conversation. And she just begins to turn. You can stay here if you want to. I'm leaving. And she starts to walk back in the direction of where you guys came from.
Check in before it gets dark, at least.
Uh-huh. And she just walks through the barrier.
Thank you.
Kids
I'm
these
also
days.
going to turn around and stomp off.
Did we tell her about the crystal?
No,
Not
I
yet.
deserve to know.
Okay. Understood.
Look at that! Look at that! Nana saved Lyra. Let's go.
Mr. Torbjorn, I did happen to twist my ankle a bit. Do you mind helping me back to the thing? I'll be okay. I just my poor little shoes are wet.
I can do that.
Okay. Nana's going on a piggyback run.
Oh no! It's more like
You get carried like a football.
yeah.
Military carry, let's go.
Sack of potatoes over you.
You know what? This is the best she's felt in years. It's okay.
So, anything else that you guys would like to do here?
No. I want to go check out the latrine that's haunted.
Okay.
Can I just like scan the area as we're going back? Like, I haven't really investigated much out here, so I'm like, this is the most out here I've been, so I am curious if I can see anything more interesting than just rain and rot.
Looking around, that's kind of all there is here. It is kind of cool in that, like, this is just a novel environment, and you get kind of what the ecosystem is here. You see this it seems like the barrier of the bubble here is just causing there to just always be a bit of evaporation. And so it's more of just like a stark scenic location than anything.
Is it fresh water? Like, is it drinkable?
Stick your tongue out and taste it. Yes it is.
Is there anything I could take with me?
Give me investigation check.
Acha.
You look down and you see, like, there's a couple of the stones have, like, some of the ground here is pitted where the constant rainfall is kind of hollowing out different locations, and it's depending on the outcroppings that you look at, you can see it's almost porous in spots. If you wanted to, you could probably break off one of these obsidian-like glass shards from this location.
Okay. I'll take out my chisel and hammer and chip out a little piece of the stone.
You successfully do. Go ahead and mark. You get down a handful of obsidian shards.
Neat. Garbage.
You can make jewelry out of it. That'd be pretty cool.
That's a good idea. Alright.
Alright. Concluding this and soaked to the bone, you all find yourself once again kind of stepping back through this barrier. Rivet in particular, now with the knowledge to right on top of your creation, you find yourself emerging once again in the relatively idyllic forever forest of Bjorn's village. The afternoon is before you. What would you all like to do?
let's see what's next on the agenda here.
Spooky toilet.
I think the spooky toilet was still tonight.
What time of day is it?
It's that magic hour trending towards getting dark. You guys have kind of had an eventful day. There are many things to be done around the village, though.
We still got houses need building. Supplies are getting stolen, but I think that's also nighttime. It was spooky toilet and stolen supplies was nighttime. So we got building structures and cutting vines.
There's the tasks that I've got written down are homesteads, harvest and hunting, latrine noises, structures, disappearing storage for winter, and the shadow vines are also growing back where it's been cleared. And the longer we're here, the more likely we'll get stuck here in the rainy season. Can I guess, just while we're like moving to whatever our next task is, can I drop off the crystal with the wizard that was working on the teleportation circle?
Okay. You guys, takes you a little while, but you march yourself following the kind of babbling brook that leads to the Wuggan Arena, follow it back towards Bjorn's main village. And as you do, you see just like the school is over, and there's kind of just like a little bit of just ever-present noise, like where everything was before was contained to one structure. The whole village is kind of just like bustling as the families are now taking care of their kids. You kind of hear laughter, you hear the sounds of like people cooking, chimneys are lit, and as you find your way towards the kind of like stressed out mage towards the center of the circle, you see him kind of like bent over where the circle used to be and kind of has this like brush that he's just kind of like muttering under his breath and just like, don't even get any respect. My fucking gun. Nobody checks anymore. They just comb right through. They don't care what you do. Oh, sorry. Yeah?
Hello. And I pull out the crystal and I plunk it in his hands.
Oh, thank
there
God.
You go.
He kind of looks at it for a second and he goes, this should get us most of the way there. Is this all you have?
Do you need more?
I think
I am not a wizard.
this should be. And he kind of like looks at it and measures it up, and you see him grab and like ruffle through his bag. Sorry, Edward, by the way. I've seen you around before, but I think this might be one of the first times we've like talked.
Oh. Yes, Stormwind. Hello.
Yeah, I know you run the mail around a lot. Like, I've seen you kind of running around. Too much cardio for me. And you kind of see him just kind of like awkward laugh, and he's just futzing around his bag till eventually he finds this like mallet and hammer. You see him take this like rag and cover it over, and he begins to like just. And he's kind of like having a little bit of a hard time for it, till eventually you just hear crunch, and he pulls the rag back, and he's just, yeah, okay, this'll do for most of it. I'm gonna need like one more of this size to finish the circle.
Okay. Well, I guess we can do that. We got any stuff to do.
Bjorn runs around and starts shouting for Patsy.
I think I'm kind of famished after wrestling those bugs. Kind of like to eat something other than rations.
Food?
So maybe the next quest we can go on is to
Dinner?
help harvest the crops.
Yeah.
Like the crops get a fresh veggie or two.
Yeah.
And then the storehouse will get a little fuller, and maybe we can flush out whoever's stealing from it.
Thank you.
All right. So, as you drop off the crystal and Edward gets to work, and you watch as he like mutters something, and these little slivers of crystal like go from these shards, and they just kind of like mold and inlay into these intricate runes and diagrams. As he begins to work, you kind of leave them to it. The rest of you going around, and Bjorn, you specifically kind of being keyed up to Patsy recently, you notice her and like a couple of the other Wuggan crew. There's like one kid that's kind of like walking off into the center of the village, and you see them just like pick him up by the arms and legs, and he's like, "Lad, what are you doing now?" And they just like, "Come on, we need you." And you just see them like run off into like dodging and weaving in between the houses, running into the distance.
I keep track of them. Are they like heading towards the woods or just like the side of town?
They're just, it's one of those just like little kid diving into a crowd and they're just gone. Like you just see that little like moment of them flash by as this event happens. But the rest of you deciding maybe food might be something to sort out. Find yourselves kind of looking around for somewhere to help. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
No agriculture at all.
Yeah. I think we decided to help harvest crops.
Okay.
But maybe we need to ask someone where that is exactly. Because I don't think I saw any fields or anything nearby. It doesn't seem like the place for it either.
It's mostly just kind of like individual, like looking around, these kind of like lean-to, half-built cloth structure huts. Like behind them, they have these like kind of sprawling, overgrown gardens. It's like that, like when you've got like 6 feet of plot of like land, and they've just grown everything in tiers. It's just a wall of green essentially in behind all of these houses. So, kind of like with that in mind and wanting a meal, you guys just wander up to the first one that you see, where you see a couple of you see like one family, the two. One of them, you see kind of this older gentleman that's working, putting some plates out and just trying to cut up some things, and just like, "Done, Brooks, y'all sit down now." And you see like this other woman come around, and she's like holding this plate that's laden with like this kind of grainy substance and a couple of pieces of meat, and starts handing it to him, and just like, "Oh, Garth, like, what are we gonna do? I can't get all this cleaned."
What you trying
We
to
can help.
I'm gonna walk up to the older guy and listen. We're here to help. Is there anything that we can do to like feed?
Honestly, I'll give you, if you could just get all of that. I know we got days before it's coming, but we've had such a handful with these youngins here, and you kind of see them just like throwing like these shiny circles at each other back and forth, and it's one of those things where one will throw one and then start crying, the other one will pick it up and throw it back, and just like, I don't know where they got these from. They're just all over the damn town right now. But tell you what, if y'all could just just completely break down that garden right now. Just leave the stems in. Like after the rainy season, they normally bounce back. But I tell you what, if you could do that, we'll feed you for the night. I'd really appreciate it.
It's no problem. Is there any like tools or baskets that we can borrow for that?
Yeah, Brooke, go and show them around back to where we keep everything in the store shed. She's like, all right, Garth. And then, so over the course of the next hour or so, you guys make your way with breaking down this small garden. And a couple of other of the townsfolk notice you doing this, and especially getting to see Bjorn for the first time in a little while, everybody's very interested in your crew. Eventually, it turns what would have been maybe a one family household dinner into kind of a town affair. You guys quickly just kind of help chip in everywhere. Just for the course of this, it's been a long day. All of you, please give me a, let me see. Give me an athletics check.
Everyone?
Yes.
Oof. Dear God.
Oh my lord.
Damn,
Sorry. I'm not very athletic.
Okay. So,
Sure, make the druid do all the farming.
Nana
all
got
of
a
you-
20 though. A dirty
Yeah.
20.
Nana's so good at this. Nana
I
was
garden
built
a
for
lot.
gardening.
Nana Gardens. That's going in bio. Nana Gardens.
Nana
Yeah.
doesn't even have to bend over to clip all these things. They've been cultivated for people that are like on average like 5'9", and just so you can just basically like reach up and get everything. But Stormwind, you being the lanky motherfucker that you are, this is not what you normally do. Nana kind of has to take you under their wing to assist you with this. But it just doesn't get it, and towards the middle of this like hour, you swear you've pulled something. I'm sorry, but you have 1 point of exhaustion.
I'm very tired. I'm not built for this.
It's okay, honey.
I hate pulling weeds. It's the worst.
The DC was 5. Jose, you barely skated over the line there.
Stormwind?
Oh,
Are there
there's
even plants where Stormwind comes from?
No.
no, not really. No, I'm from both a beachy island and then also the desert. So no, I was not built for
I hate
gardening. Oh, I know there's a place to put exhaustion, but I don't know where it is.
So if these are like for really, really tall people, are the fruits also really big?
No, they're still fruit.
Okay.
That's just been cultivated with like planting beds and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Oh, the exhaustion's right next to the player level. It's to the left and right, and there's like 6 circles. But
Oh, I
not.
see it.
Oh no, not the player level. The armor class under your portrait.
I saw those and I thought that they were death saving throws, but okay,
Those
yeah,
are at
I've
the
got
very
it now.
bottom.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
So kind of like towards the, as all of the food is served, you all find yourself kind of like sitting around this like communal fire. Everything's, this is your first experience for some of you being in a community where everyone knows each other. You hear the laughter of children running around behind you. You see a couple of parents like laughing. A wine is brought out. A couple of like homemade, the booch gets handed around. this is kind of just a peaceful thing, and eventually campfire is lit, and there's kind of a hush around the town as you see this kind of nobbled old individual. She finally gets a plate of food and just kind of walks and parades around, just greeting everybody and talking to them. As you see Granny, or by her other name, Verna, just kind of making the rounds and talking to all of you. Eventually, she comes up to your group and just be like, I noticed that you all were helping around the town. Thank you. We, aside from a meal, just good to see you working and doing some good stuff for the community.
Thanks, Granny.
Well, we appreciate it. Whenever you get a chance, I would love to pick your brain if you don't mind. You know, one woman to another.
I'm not doing anything. What's wrong?
Can we step away from the fire just for a little bit?
But it's warm here. All right. And she kind of just like hobbles in your direction and follows you wherever you would like to go.
We don't have to go far. We can still just out of general earshot.
Oh no, I'm walking now. Where are we going?
I guess we can go back to your house then.
Oh hell! All right. Let me get a plate. Make me a ditty bag. Someone bring me. You just kind of see like, we got you, Verna. We got you. Go ahead, Granny. Just go. And she's like, you ungrateful. All right, let's go. And makes her way to the back to her hut. As you find yourself into her kind of like closed room here, she's got just a nice low couple of coals that are left on. It's a very small, tucked away area. It's basically just a bed, a desk or two, and just this small stove with like a kettle on top that she puts on and puts herself into this rocking chair into the corner and points you towards one of the desks. Just, all right, yeah, what can I do you for?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to get away from all the screaming. I'm sure you probably can understand. Kids, you love them, but sometimes they just get into your ears.
You just need a break. Yes, I
I
love them, though. I just can't, just their little fat cheeks, you just gotta squeeze the...
You just want to squeeze them, but you know that they can, and then you gotta listen to their parents complain that you're being too rough on them. They don't
they just don't raise them right like they used to anymore.
I know they don't. They're just so disrespectful.
I swear.
But
Back in my day, I had to pick my own switch.
I know, and then they'd have to give it. I have to give the switch to Dad, and then if he said it wasn't big enough, I'd have to go get two.
Go get it too, yeah.
Oh, yeah, two, yes, that's exactly
God
right.
help you if you broke it on the first swing, I tell you.
Oh, good days.
Oh, yes.
So, as the leader of this area, what kind of stuff that can we
sorry,
do?
dear, I'll clean that up. And she just kind of...
No worries. These old raggedy hams sometimes do.
I know, I'm right there with you. The rightest gets all of us at the end.
Yes. There's a good tonic over. Next time I come by, I'll bring you a tonic from my village. How about that?
Does it come with the gin?
Yes, it does. It's great mixed with the gin. But what have you seen, or what is something that is going on that you don't want the youngins to know about? You and I both have that look whenever there's something you don't want the youngins to know about.
Being an outsider, but being someone that has helped out. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Bum, 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 bum. Wait.
Wow.
Okay. With a 20, she gives you the look, and you know that look. She goes, well, I'll be honest with you. Since Bjorn's been gone, things have gotten a little rough around here. I'm worried about the vine this year.
Is it just coming back bigger than expected, or without Bjorn's help?
It's coming back quicker, and we keep. I tell you, the other day we had to. Now I'm telling this. I don't tell this to everybody. Give me an insight check.
With advantage, because
Just give me an
lady?
insight check.
I'll still try to go for it. 13.
With the glint in her eye, you get the feeling that Verna's the town gossip.
Oh, of course I knew she was the town gossip. Why do you think I grabbed her? That's all she does is she watches people.
Now, I don't tell everyone this. This is a bold-faced lie.
Yes.
But we've been having some weird critters every now and again. They keep showing up behind where we cleared, and they just ain't right. They're not right at all. Now,
Are they new to? Or is this old? Like, are they just weird looking?
this is something new.
Okay. Okay.
See, Loretta the other day, she came by, she was bawling her little eyes out. And some of them they go wugging, some of them go and find some critters in the forest. She had this little rabbit she'd been keeping, and I guess it got out of the pen and went into the woods, and I think it ate some of that shadow vine. And that was it for it. But
Oh, poor thing. I'm sure she was heartbroken.
But we put it where we put all the other weird, that it's the same thing. Fish, rabbits. Took it to the toilet. We put it down there. Said goodbye.
Oh God.
There we go.
Oh, that's why the toilet's haunted.
But I tell you, just some keeps the compost, keeps the cultures alive. But that thing didn't look right. I'm gonna tell you that now. It did not look right. And that isn't the first one of them little critters we've had put down there. But
Okay. Well, I will definitely, between us girls, I'll keep that. And then, I'll let the youngins go and do the heavy lifting work, but I'll definitely keep an eye on it and take a good look at what's going on and maybe take it back to, our headquarters, see what we can do to help.
well, good luck with that. With that portal being all gobbledygooked or whatever. I swear that one girl, she's disrespectful. She needs a good whooping.
Listen, if I see her and she gives any sass, I'm gonna ask for them switches personally.
And she kind of taps the side of her nose and gives you a nod. And then about around that point, the kettle starts to kind of whine. So she hobbles up and grabs it and kind of want some?
I think I'm getting a little chilly myself. I'm gonna head back to the fire. Would you want to come along? I'll be more than happy to carry your cup with you.
I'm staying here, but I got something to warm you. And she kind of goes over, hobbles over towards the cabinet, and as she does, she opens up. You hear clinking of bottles, and she just kind of turns her back, looks over at you, and just you see this sheeting grin, and just you hear boonk, bloop 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 bloop, sploop, and she comes over with this cup. You take that with you. It'll warm you right up. And then she goes over into her corner and just kind of settles down for the night.
I knew I liked you the second I put my eyes on you. You take care.
I like...
Damn.
And just gone.
She just quietly tiptoes out. And then definitely just... Is it like a shot, or are we talking a full glass?
It is how we like to pour whiskey, where you just kind of wave just a little bit of a mixer in there, but it's brown on brown in that bottle.
Okay. She's definitely downing it before and hiding the cup before she goes back to the fire.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I am a fucking dwarf. I feel like I should have some.
I think you do have a specific thing.
I have a poison resistance.
Okay, that's a resistance. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Right. fine.
Nana
hasn't partied that in a while.
It's
Oh, no.
been a little bit since you've had just pure, like, Everclear, and even you're like, huh.
This is stronger than the.
That's some grain alcohol right there.
Oh, this is stronger than our beer. Oh God. Okay. Get it together, Nana. You got to get it together. All right. So bathroom.
That's real company hooch.
Bathroom. Gotta talk to the kids about bathroom. Okay. All right. Oh, I need to take a sit. It's gonna take me a few minutes to get back.
All right. So, eventually, you see Nana kind of like stumble her way back to the collective. What are the rest of you doing during this time?
I was trying to keep an eye out to see if or when Patsy and her crew came back after I saw them like disappearing earlier.
Okay. I'd say over the duration of this night, give me an overarching perception check.
Okay. For perception. Yeah. That's an 18.
With an 18, while you've enjoyed your food and you don't think anything's too bad about it, but periodically through the night you see Patsy and Billy and Ray, they kind of like, and Fancy, they'll eventually come up every now and again. They'll just find a kid that like, they'll just grab him, kind of like drag him off for a second, and then it'll be the four of them and whatever kid that is, it'll come back and just be like looking around, and then they'll find another kid and they'll go grab a kid and take him away for a second and then bring him back.
Does this seem like any kind of ritual I would have done as a kid, or does this seem like something new or weird?
It's weird, but it feels like a little stinkery, if that makes sense. It's not giving you like, I need to fix this. This is just like, they're up to something. I don't know what it is, but they're up to something.
They suddenly got really quiet.
It's got those vibes where it's just like they're popping in and popping out, and you're like,
I'm gonna do the 10 p.m. ad in the 90s. Just saddle over to one of the kids' parents. Like, let's see. I'll go to Patsy's, or not Patsy's. Oh God, Fancy's parent. Just like, hey, y'all know what Patsy's up to right now? Or, God, I keep doing that. No, shit. I just said it. Fancy. Too many Y's. All that.
She's like, her mom kind of like looks towards you and just be like, I'm be real honest with you right now. You know how she is at home, and she's found something. I don't see her hurting nobody, and I've got some peace and quiet right here. So she can keep on doing it, as far as I'm concerned.
Understandable. Have a good evening, and I move on, and I just go find parents and ask them, and I just kind of like that. I kind of want to mix it into like this is Bjorn saying hey to his like folks and like townspeople, but also just like any of y'all know what's up with the youngins. Like, y'all clock this, right? And just getting a little bit more horrified as he goes, I guess.
I'd say for the majority of them, you know that like this crew in specifics they're a handful. And most of the parents are just like, you know what, they're not hurting anybody, as far as we can tell, so just let them do it.
Just like, the mounting horror is him realizing that just because no one sees what they're up to, they assume they're fine, and for some reason that worries me.
Just yield you neglect.
Bjorn was a kid not long ago. I'm assuming most of these people were kids a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what kind of shit you get up to when you're bored in this town. Hold on.
It's that latchkey kid thing when you get old enough to realize that the adults, like that you are now an adult, and you're like, oh, the adults are wrong. Actually, why are you cool with this? I did this, but why are you cool with this?
Like, I understand you don't need to be on top of them all the time, but maybe just have an aware. There is a deadly vine 50 feet away from us right now. Maybe you should know where they are.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah, that's the end I'm trying to bring to the table right now.
Alright, so around the time
That's
that,
just it.
like, Nana finally finds his way back, and Bjorn, you just have, like, a little bit of mounting anxiety. You all come together, Nana stumbling up, and there's this moment, and it's almost like the Spider-Man meme, where Nana is walking up, Bjorn, you're kind of just intersecting with it, and Patsy and the crew intersects with you two. Patsy goes, alright, now, I know you ain't no youngin', but my mama told me about needing some therapy. So me and the gang, we got something for you.
Oh, no.
And they just pass over a very warm bottle to you, Nana.
That's so sweet. Do I smell it or do I drink it?
I don't know how therapy works, so that's on you, but you're alright. Okay, bye. And then they just scatter. And then they just run.
So Nana is doing her best to try to act like she's sober because, you know, grandparents don't drink. No. So she's trying her best to bullshit her way through this. So, Bjorn's son, what did they give me? I can't see. It's a little bit too dark right here.
I see what they were doing now. Oh, you're fine. I guess if they thought you needed therapy, that was our story. This is for Jim. So, I wouldn't do nothing with that unless you were currently Jim.
Okay, I am going to put this into my bag of I'm just going to write just as therapy. And you know what? I'm going to figure it out tomorrow.
I need you to put quotation marks around the P.
Around the P. Gotcha. Oh, okay.
They would.
Oh,
It's bad for being doing a nice thing for you.
Yeah, that's what my first thought came up, and I was like, no, that's too lowbrow.
yeah.
It is.
That was good, pal.
Absolutely. Item description.
They put weird animals in the toilet.
I mean, I didn't think the floor was that low, but shit,
I mean, this is the vibe. I don't know what you want from me.
no, I get it now. I fully understand now that this is the vibe.
This is an identified item.
Bottle of piss.
Plans to take things like a boiling shower as soon as you can.
Description.
4 rations, 50 foot of hemp rope, 1 bottle of piss.
I can't wait for this to come back and bite me in the ass 50 sessions from now, where the bottle of piss it changes.
It's gonna come in
things.
handy later. It is absolutely fine.
You
The
can
bottle of children's piss.
A sweet gift of children.
You know what though? Like
You can go to jail for that.
I called this one. I named this one 3 paragraphs in. We could all use some of that therapy. And what do you know it? Yeah, that is exactly what this episode is.
Yeah.
Called it.
I literally have it saved as the sweet gift of little children.
Oh, God.
This is an uncommon loot.
I don't know, it's pretty common.
Yeah.
Especially when you drink water.
Yeah, but not a
Water.
bottle of it. Not a bottle of it.
The children are our future.
Okay. Kids come around, not the little ones.
Oh, sorry. I hate to tell you that this bottle does weigh something. It weighs at least like half a pound.
Jesus.
Okay. I actually have it down as a weight half a pound. Okay, there you go.
I put it in there for you.
Thank you.
This is a mason jar style community. You know that thing's like full glass.
Yeah.
That is fine. Okay, kids,
You know what? When Rome,
coworkers, children.
We're drinking tea? What do you mean in Rome?
go along with it, you know.
I got
They give you piss, you accept the piss.
I got some information from the elders that can help us with tonight.
Yeah.
Is
The
everybody
crickets were so
around?
good there. Sorry.
I can't. I'm kind of having trouble. Glasses adjusting. I'm seeing double of everybody. We were gonna do.
drunk.
Nana doesn't drink. Nana has fun. What? Okay, so there's some weird stuff. I think they're throwing weird animals into a latrine. Apparently, if they eat the vines, something bad happens with them. So we know kind of what we're up against. So just be careful. I feel like we should probably try to catch one of these and give it to our mage friend. See if he can figure out what's going on with these, and maybe we can help the vines from continuing to grow.
So it's not just weird wugs hanging out in the toilet.
No, it's not. Apparently someone's poor little rabbit got something bad happen to it.
That is where most pets go.
Why would you put it in the same spot that everyone else uses the room?
Where would you put it?
Bury it!
Yeah, what do you think a latrine is?
A big hole! But you're also putting your ass on front of it. You want to put your ass in front of some dead critters?
I mean, do you not?
Oh,
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh, come on now. What? I'm telling you a bunch of fruit. Come on, there's dead critters everywhere. What do you mean you ain't putting your butt in front of dead critters?
The only time I have any critters near me is my fur jacket.
Now that just seems insensitive.
You're literally shitting on dead animals.
They gotta eat too.
Decomposition, it goes back to the earth. That's like one of the highest honors you can give a creature once it's died. You give it back to the earth, so the earth can do what she needs to bring more life.
Okay, I'm
And sometimes that
assuming,
includes
I'm assuming that like Nana probably comes up to like knee high on Bjorn, and so I just see her basically like taking her hand and like wrapping it around his leg, like trying to like shake, like you would like shake someone's head, like get it together, but it's just his kneecap, so she's just staring into his knee and just, let's get these weird animals that you've been shitting on out so we can help your village.
I got my side. Let's go.
we have to capture it. I mean, it's going to be covered in you know what.
Yeah,
Oh, do we
but
have to capture it?
there's something happens to it when it eats the vines. You know your song,
Usually.
and then they die. But something's weird happening to them.
wouldn't it make more
So
sense to maybe get a fresh one out in the woods when we're, like, you know, we gotta clear out vines tomorrow. Maybe we can just catch something tomorrow that isn't covered in shit.
I mean, we still gotta take care of this problem now. If we happen to catch one that's still alive, we can take it. We don't know if we're gonna catch one tomorrow or not. I'm just saying.
I really don't see
Either
the benefit
way,
of living monster covered in shit.
how are we gonna get your shit monsters out of the toilet?
Killing them?
You know, I'm just gonna let the muscles take care of this one. I'm just. Dana's got a headache. I'm gonna sit. I'm just gonna be like, just try to find somewhere, sit close by and think things through on how she got here. Literally cleaning out shit-covered animals.
Nah, you don't get to sit this one out. Come on, Nana. That big rubber chicken.
So, full stomachs for better or worse, and a bottle of piss. You guys head in the direction of the latrines. Are there any preparations that you guys would like to do?
I feel like
And I
we
have
need to
also
have-
been stealing.
My spells. Let's see what we got here.
Is anybody have a net?
Purify food and drink.
There you go.
A good one.
I've got, I mean, I could be ritual casting speak with animals or something if I really wanted to ruin this.
Essentially, for how this works, you guys have taken a short rest, just through the duration of having the meal and having this downtime. So, if you have the ability to change spells on a short rest, you may do so now. But I guess we'll take like a second here. Everybody get some water and change your spells around, and then we will come back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Tina, can clerics change their spells out on short rest or no?
Long rests.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is there anybody that can switch theirs out on short rest here? No, God, not this again.
I think like warlocks can get spell slots back on short rest. But I don't know if anybody can. But I don't know that the ones that get like the whole thing can change theirs out, except for at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because I have the prepared ones, so I wasn't sure. I said, cleric knowledge, I'm going to be going to you on some small things.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thankfully, you and cleric are pretty similar when it comes to spellcasting stuff, so I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wizards might be able to do something, but I've never really played a wizard, so I don't know.
Mm-mm. This song's gonna haunt my nightmares.
You're
Just
welcome.
mute K2. We'll let you know when the bird song is back or whatever. Or the squelching sounds of the latrine.
You know he has something already prepared.
Probably. At least a drippy cave sound, if nothing else.
Aw.
There's definitely a haunted rabbit in that turlet.
I'm just picturing the rabbit from Monty Python.
Oh, see, I was thinking of Nicola. That's basically the same rabbit, so.
It's basically the same thing.
Just one actually drinks blood, and it's not the one you think.
Yeah, doesn't Vanicula drink carrots?
Yep. Just carrot juice.
How the fuck do I remember that?
Oh man, I should have I was like, I remember reading Vanicula and Hank the Cow Dog, and I just realized Hank the Cow Dog would have been a great place for references for my tale.
Oh, Dustin, apparently you already have access to my stuff. It's if you go into Google Drive, let me see, I'm gonna hit copy link.
Is Dustin
I'll put it
actually
in-
here?
I thought I heard him.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'll put it in the Facebook chat. So I'm working on stuff as far as what I'm adding to it. So let me know what specifics you need. And ding, 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 ding. Ready. Why do I have that one? I think that must be a standard one I have, 'cause there's no way I would pick that normally.
Your spells.
I have augury. Augury. The divination. I'm like, that must be one of those knowledge cleric ones.
That's all I was about to say. Wonder if it's part of your like specific subclass.
I'm like, I know I would not prepare that.
It might be just one of those that you'd always have access to.
Yeah, I have a couple of those.
One of the fun things about spellcasting classes is like balancing the flavor versus the like stuff you actually get.
Mm-hmm. I wonder which like type of wizard would be the coolest and then the lamest, because I feel like a divination wizard would be like, I'm just picturing the one professor from Harry Potter. Like, cool, I'm dying. I'm glad you could tell me what my astrological sign is.
But divination rolls are actually one of the like better things you can get. Portent, excuse me.
Yeah. You basically see the future and you replace it with one of the roles that you saw at the beginning of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. It's useful as fuck. I want to play an abjuration wizard at some point. Abria made one on Critical Role when they did Calamity, which was basically an apocalypse. And she built her so tanky. Like, basically everyone was playing a wizard, and I want to say her AC was like so many. I want to say it was like 19 or something.
Some kind of abjuration. That is what?
It's yeah, and
Wait, there's a video. The Joe Cat video on every single wizard subclass.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Be right back. 1 second.
Okay. I'm sure I've seen it, but yeah, wizards, abjuration wizards, they basically have like an abjurative shield that I can't remember whether it gives them temporary HP or temporary AC, but it basically refreshes every time you cast an abjuration spell. And it's useful.
Okay, so for abjuration, there's warding bond.
Alarm is good for like at night when everyone's resting. It basically creates like a circle. It's about what it sounds like. It creates an alarm, so if anyone enters and they aren't supposed to be able to, then it goes off and wakes you up, and then also you get that shield.
That Let's see, there's protection from poisons, abjuration, avoiding bonds, abjuration, lesser restoration.
Tina, you mentioned the divination.
Mhm.
There's a character I would love to play, and it's a centaur circle of stars druid.
Oh yeah.
Because they end
That's
up
cool.
like they use their wild shape to turn into like dragons, and there's like specifically a Pegasus one that just turns the centaur into a Pegasus. Like you grow wings, but it's already like half horse.
Right.
Okay.
So it's just like I'm still a centaur, but now I got wings.
Yeah,
Look out.
but they have divination as like a subclass feature, and
Yeah.
it's I think it's implemented pretty cool.
Yeah, the Avatar of the Raven Queen had basically divination rolls, which was clutch a number of times. Because that's how one of the divination rolls that I ended up using was when Strahd was in the well, or to get Strahd into the well. So that shit's useful.
Let's see.
I would like to play a wizard at some point.
Should do like a mini one that were just a bunch of wizards at wizard school and shenanigans occur.
Yeah, I was just about to say, oops, all wizard campaign.
Just do a one-shot from the Mageocracy, and we're all just wizards.
We're
Okay.
shitty wizards, level 1 wizards.
We're
Yeah.
interns in the wizard branch
my
of
God.
the... Yeah.
But we
I
all
just
have to
throw-
be different
Crazy wizard.
classes.
I throw like 4 martial enemies at you, and then you all just crumple into a pile of bones.
Holy shit.
Shit.
We don't even roll for initiative. It's just over.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
just told.
A pen is mightier than the sword. Really? Really?
Sometimes the sword is mightier, actually. A sword can go through you.
Look at words.
Okay. So, do we have everyone back?
I'm
Yeah.
I
here.
believe so.
Okay. All right. So, coming back to it. You guys leave the campfire and the kind of like soft sounds of just a town winding down. As you do, you leave this like. Let's see, who sent me something?
Me.
It might be that Joe Cat video. We were talking about wizards.
That's what. Okay, sorry. I was just like, what? Why do I need? Let me check this before I start talking.
Hope this is important.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you guys leave this kind of like offshoot area and begin to make your way towards the latrines, the fullness of night has taken over. The last little bit of the sun has gone, and there's still this kind of like ever-present, just like haze that sits in this kind of primordial forest. And once again, you're kind of taken aback at just the nature of the situation. There's a gentle wind that kind of rustles the leaves in the upper areas of the trees, and especially for some of you that came from like different climates, like it's still kind of jarring going from where you grew up to being in the middle of a desert for a month to now you're just here, you know. But as you guys kind of meander your way, you see, let's see, just give me, who has a passive perception of 12 or higher? Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, I think I do.
Got you. Oh, Nana.
Yeah. Nana can't
roll.
see shit. That
Wait.
crap.
Okay.
Okay. Torbjorn.
Mhm.
Kind of like hearing from Nana what you guys might be walking into, getting a little bit pumped up. Your senses just go on high alert for weird critters. And as you're kind of like rolling your neck, popping your shoulders, you look from left to right, scanning the horizon, and you see a little girl that looks like she's up to something. She's kind of like younger than the other kids that you've kind of dealt with so
This
far.
isn't Patsy, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's a
What
different.
is she doing?
She just seems like she's up to something. You kind of clock this where no one else seems to have noticed it yet.
Okay. Can I, like, keep her in the corner of my eye?
Yep.
I don't really want her to know that I'm looking at her. Is the thing.
All right. At that point, then go and give me a stealth check.
Okay. I think I have disadvantage though, because of my armor. Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty good. She's not very perceptive, but she's kind of mousy. You see her kind of furtively looking left and right, and just like, as you see the rest of the parents are kind of like grabbing some of their kids and taking them to bed, she sticks out. She's kind of sticking to the shadows and trying to make her way, and is just kind of like quietly trying to get towards some of the larger, the side buildings. So far, you're the only one that's noticed this. I don't know if you want to.
I wanna tap Bjorn without raising too much. I wanna tap Bjorn and like point over to her, so I'm not raising too much suspicion just yet. And be like, what do you think she's up to?
What does it look like she's up to? To Bjorn at least.
She's just acting really suspicious, but
She's like, once you notice her, she's kind of like furtively looking left or right, and you immediately know who this is. This is Loretta.
Mm-hmm.
She just seems to be sneaking around. And you wouldn't think she's one of the ones that would be up to kind of something. Being like 2.5.
I'm just saying she's acting pretty suspicious.
Yeah. She's one of the like youngins. I don't know her all that well. She's too little to have much personality yet, so this is a little. Let's keep an eye on her.
She's just kind of like toddling around and like gets to different corners. So you guys just gonna follow and see what she does?
Yeah.
So this turns into like a little bit of like just slow cat and mouse, where you guys are definitely the cat and the mouse is completely unaware of you being there, and there are times where she turns around, looks at your group, does the like backstep, looks back to the way that she's going, loses object permanence, and just keeps going. Eventually, you see her wander towards one place of note, the storehouse.
Okay.
She begins to kind of like step her way up, and you see her walk towards one of the back, and you see there's this now. Watching her do it, there's this small little like gap in the boards here. This building, while it's one of the few permanent structures, that doesn't mean it's well maintained. And someone her size, she can kind of squeeze through here where someone else normally wouldn't be able to. And you watch as she just whoop, disappears.
I feel like we should keep watching for a minute to see if she comes back out.
Do you think we should catch her on the way out?
Yeah. Or, well, I don't know.
What if
She
she's
wasn't
just
just
eating
eating-
stuff in there?
But what if she's getting food and taking it somewhere?
Mm.
We need to catch her red-handed.
Well, we need to see what her goal is. Like, is she eating for herself? Because, I mean, she's a little one, but, like, I know we're feeding her. So I'm wondering
True.
if she's getting food for someone else.
That's a good question. Whether
Well,
she
let's just follow
figure out
behind,
if she is or not.
see where she's going.
You'll wait and see how when she comes out, how much food she has.
Are there any, like, windows or anything like that to see into the storehouse?
It's not really built as like someplace that has a lot of avenues. There's kind of the like main entryway, but it's pretty sealed up pretty tight to try and keep it out of the elements. This is just seems to be something that is broken down due to deterioration. You're more than welcome to like go into the building if you want to.
I kind of want to just try to look through one of the cracks. How dark is it?
It's like looking into it, like especially with it being as dark it is, you can't really see in there unless you have those of you with dark vision would be able to see a little bit further.
Stormwind.
I'm blind as
yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, is it just me? My
No, I
God,
got
dark
dark vision.
vision on too. Okay. I can sneak up and take a look. What am I looking at?
You kind of poke your head down and look through this barrier, and you see kind of like toddling a little bit further into the warehouse. Give me a perception check.
Don't roll like shit. I'm good at perception. Okay.
Okay, with a 23, you peer through the crack, and as you do, far off into the distance, you kind of see, you can tell she's just squinting as hard as she can, and just like, and kind of patting her hands around until eventually she comes to like what looks like a little sack of just some of the smaller dried meats, like some jerky, stuff like that, and she's kind of like taking it off the bottom of the shelf, and she's got it in one hand, and then she kind of toddles over towards another just like container, and she gets that under her other hand, and when she gets that under her arm, she drops the jerky, and it's kind of like this back and forth. This isn't a grand larceny
Like
quick thing. She's trying. It's very difficult for her to try and get this, but she's trying to just grab a couple of items.
It's toddler behavior where it's too big for them to hold, but they don't realize that tipping over like that is just dumping it on the ground. But
Yes.
then they try to put it away, and then they dump something else. It's very toddler behavior.
Yes.
It's not grand larceny, it's baby larceny.
Petite larceny.
There we go.
Thank goodness we don't give them pockets at that age.
They'd fill it with
What?
sand.
But you
I,
watch as she does this, and then eventually starts trying to like drag. She eventually gets to the point of where sticks everything into kind of the jerky bag, and so it's like one container of some like fruit preserves and just some jerky, and it's just like butt to the opening is just slowly dragging things back towards you.
I hop back and, give everybody the rundown on what exactly she has grabbed, and then hold to see what everyone else wants to do. Are we still watching?
This is your people. What do you want to do? Do you want to talk to her? Do you want to scare her? Do you want to
See
I
where she
still
takes
think
it?
we should just kind of follow her and see what she does with it. She's 2. We can get it back if we need to. I think right now the best thing is to wait.
Yeah, I mean, if we confront her right now, a bunch of adults interrogating this small child, I don't think it's going to go well.
She's young enough. She's young enough to be scared, but also old enough to understand when you see adults when you're up to something, you're scared. So I think the best move is to back it off and walk.
Exactly.
All right, for the purpose of this, then, please everyone give me a stealth check as you guys disperse and try to hide.
Oh!
Clank, clank, clank.
Okay. Everyone trying to get away. Torborn, you kind of like run around the corner and not really yourself being like you're relatively quiet, but sometimes it's hard to just be quiet and quick, and you just kick. Oh, do not tear that up. No. The problems of a standing desk is the second that I get out of my chair and don't put a crate in that chair, they're just like, oh, hey, let me just fuck up the back of your chair.
mine?
Okay. So you just kind of run and you kick over like one of the poles on one of the tents that are nearby, and just there is now just a family. It's like, oh shit, no, god damn it, why is people running around out there? And just like there is a whole commotion going on over there. All of you guys kind of turn and have to deal with this family like quietly, just like getting them quiet. And you see this little toddler. She sticks her head around the corner and she sees this ruckus and she looks towards you. And you hear, those of you with the higher perceptions just hear this faint, like, adults, scattle. And she just kind of like grabs the bag and drags it back into the darkness.
I could
Which
just chase
back into
after
the
her.
building? Out.
Back into the building.
Oh, okay.
She's not going to be there all night. Let's just hide out. Or we go straight in. What do we want to do?
We might want to just go straight in. They've already
wait. I was gonna say, I do have another use of this guy's spell. I could try and pretend to be someone, but I don't know who.
So, does she know that I have been in with the kids?
I'd say probably for her, her biggest age, her concept of age is height, most likely.
I'm too big. Okay.
Torbjorn, Nana, Rivet.
Rivet might be a good one.
Rivet's the best one for this.
I'm sorry, what?
Rivet would be the best.
She likes robots.
Do you want to try talking to the kid?
Can you floss?
I'm completely out of it. I was looking at my fucking magical items. I'm so sorry.
Drag his ass. Drag his ass. Get him in trouble. That's what you get for not paying attention.
I know, it's my bad. I'm so sorry.
You can't stall us and we're back into the building.
Okay. Do we need to distract the child?
No, we need to draw her out so that she'll continue on.
Or just
you
I guess
pretend to be a child, or be a child, so that.
I mean, I'm like child size, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You either gotta floss or hit a Dougie. Or whatever.
It's one or the other. You gotta decide.
What's the goblet version?
Is Gritty out now? Is that one just dead now?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Okay.
no! I was mixing my metaphors. I meant hit a gritty, and and I said Dougie because that one. I think that one's too old at this point.
I think it is, yeah. How do you do, fellow youths?
She's young to know what a whip name is, so I didn't have a chance there.
Wait, how old is everybody's character here?
250 something.
I'm like
Okay.
30 something.
18.
275.
Okay.
I wrote it
18.
down somewhere.
Oh,
250
we're
is
both
what Nana
kids.
tells everybody when she's actually 275.
Yes.
Wait, isn't 18 like kind of old for goblins? Do goblins live normal lifespans?
No, they get old fast, I think.
Yeah, I think they just have like short lifespans. Are you like middle-aged?
Rivet's already dying.
Oh, I
know.
goblins.
Torbjorn's like 37, but looks younger because he's not 100% human.
Goblins reach adulthood at age 8.
Damn. Okay. I was just
And
trying to
they
be
live
safe.
to 60.
I didn't know what the maturity rate of a goblin is. It's that Dungeon Meshi comic I showed you, Dustin.
Oh god. Apparently, according to the wiki, most of them don't make it past 20. So you're in your like golden years right now.
No.
Well, don't make it past
make some
20
changes here.
natural lifestyle, or don't make it past 20 because they're dead in a cave.
Because they're dead.
Yep.
It's rough out there. We're gonna make it out of the Warren with this one. That was a little too new. Okay.
Sorry.
I work with a bunch of like 18-year-olds, so. But one 18-year-old.
Oh, yeah, that one-
Lesbian.
Oh yeah, no, the closest I got to that was Burrow's End, and I don't think that's what you're referencing.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, is there...
Rivet's still the littlest.
Still, very much so.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I just like reveal myself to her.
God, please don't say it that way.
Okay.
So Rivet reveals herself to a 2.5-year-old. What's your next move?
Getting on the 6-vendor list.
Oh god. It's like, wait, no adults. No adults. I'm
That
signing.
doesn't help that sentence.
That's just what I get for that. Yeah.
No, even
Fine.
without paying attention,
Fine.
you should have doing that.
I mean, I was trying to look up something that could help us, but that's fine.
Don't pay
Go
attention.
expose yourself to the child and then figure out what you want to do afterwards.
Good.
Yeah.
Dustin, you can't post this on YouTube.
Sorry, I've already put it as age restricted. I guess I gotta make it 18 plus now.
Content warnings for the episode to follow.
Click not for kids twice on this episode.
This episode brought to you by Casper Mattresses.
Are you tired from exposing yourself to children? With this mattress, you can get the best
God.
sleep you've ever had.
Not the products and services.
Use code
Okay,
dynasties.
You've stepped into this. What are you doing after exposing yourself to a 2.5-year-old, Jose?
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Don't
You're gonna
run
hit the
away.
gritty.
Okay, so Rivet just steps into the darkness and then just starts shuffling around. Give me a performance check, I guess.
Sure. Oh my god. That was so good.
Oh no.
Damn.
So this poor kid is just seeing, like, from barely what she can see, she hears shuffling, and then she sees this, what I can now imagine with 18, being this elderly with deaf goblin just staring at her and then just weirdly shuffling.
It's basically like you just hear from the darkness, from her perspective, seeing this outline of you just doing this. You just hear like, and just starts crying.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Is it over? Do we just question her?
No, she brought herself into this. She's gonna have to figure her way out of it. You gotta teach him to learn.
God.
I could probably pick that lock.
No, let her figure it out. Let her figure it out on her own.
So you have a crying child in front of you that you have scared by your not so sick dance moves. What do you do?
Yeah, sure.
Sick in a bad way.
I'm just gonna come out of the shadows and like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. I know you've probably seen that was just me hitting the worst gritty in the world.
That's not how you do a gwitty. You gotta do it like this, and then she just starts shuffling better.
Incredible. I am marveled by your skill.
Oh yeah, she got a nat 20 on that. It was actually pretty sick.
This kid is sick as hell.
Damn, you're sick AF. For real. No cap.
Oh
Please
my
stop
god.
I'm not talking, I'm signing.
Oh God, it's even worse.
She just goes like, well, you seem pretty cool. I mean, you're not gonna get me in trouble, are you?
Of course not. We kids stick together, you know?
Well, there were people out there. Can you make them go away?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go walk over to the group, I guess. Guys, you need to be a little more stealthier. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, all right.
Like, I know McGritty was bad, but
So, you know what? Okay.
I mean, just like, we could go around the corner and then be like, okay, they're gone now. So what, you know?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I was okay. That's in that one.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Can we just like walk around to the other side of the
That's
building?
what okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling
Yeah,
you.
no.
Okay.
I moved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved. We all slunk into the shadows. We did it
Okay.
out of pity.
Alright, so you guys kind of stepping to the side. Eventually, she gives you like the little kid side eye and just like, okay, thanks. And then she just takes her bag and just starts like dragging it and dragging it and dragging it and just kind of starts to continue off into the village. slowly but surely.
I try to get her attention again.
She's looking at you.
Okay. Where are you going with all that food?
I gotta feed Wolfus. And she just kind of like looks down and keeps dragging.
Oh god. Is Woofus your pet or something?
She looks up. He got sick, but now he's better. But I can't get him out, so I gotta feed him. And she just kind of like keeps dragging.
Oh, okay.
That's the rabbit. Loretta was the one with the rabbit.
Rivet kind of talks to herself. Well, guess I can put 2 and 2 together.
Are
Walks
we
back to the group.
behind at this point, or we stayed still?
I would say with the multiple nat ones, like if you guys were out there at all, she wouldn't have left. So you had to fully bodily like leave the location.
Okay.
So Rivet goes around the corner to fetch you guys, and you just see Loretta kind of disappear into the shadows and continue on her journey. When Rivet comes around the side of the building and walks up to you guys.
What I clock, is she heading towards the latrine?
At this point, you can kind of put that together. Yeah.
Yeah. I figured the two were connected. This is just not how I thought they were connected.
So we...
Do you think we can go meet Rufus?
Could I be able to track her? Because she's dragging that bag of food.
Yeah. There is definitely just a line in like the pine needles, and it's not difficult. There's probably some pieces of jerky. Like you can see where like the bag's starting to fray a little bit, so there's some little like strands torn from it. Like she's just trying her best.
Okay.
Bjorn's just gonna take a moment looking at this and just be like, shakes his head. You know what? It is a little embarrassing that this was a big mystery that we had to come and solve. I apologize on behalf of the village. Someone else probably should have been able to piece this together before we got here.
Today's work.
This does not look good for us.
How big could like a mutated rabbit be, honestly?
Are we gonna have to kill
so
this
they can keep
rabbit again?
Gonna keep shitting in it, so it's probably not making the rabbit happy.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
I would be upset if I was covered in shit.
Let's find out.
Boy. Okay.
Okay. So you guys, following this trail, you eventually make your way to the town latrine. And Bjorn, you know that like originally when you guys found this location, there was kind of like a small little almost cave system that someone found, and you guys kind of built this mound over top of to just not have to dig a latrine. You guys basically just built a mound on top of it and then let the natural water kind of take the dirt away for you. As you guys come up into this location, you see Loretta kind of like dragging this bag of just like stuff towards the edge of one of the toilets, and she just Wolfus! And she just like starts just handfulling things over the side into the latrine.
If her mom only knew she was perfectly good meat to the toilet.
Well, should we stop her? Should we move like down or grab her or something? So she doesn't waste all of your food?
Yeah, that's a good point. Nana, you're gonna be real sick. You better get over to that latrine real quick. Go on before you get sick all over the floor.
What?
Just trying to make it speak.
I don't know if I can make it. Anything. Do I need to roll performance for that?
Not for a 2.5-year-old. So you kind of see her, and she goes, "Oh no, Wolfus, hide, scattle!" And then you just hear her like dum, 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 like run out to try and get out of this, leaving the entire incriminating scene behind. You run to the but as she's like running around, she turns around, and you kind of see, especially as all of you are standing out towards the outside of this, Nana, you like run into this building. You see what almost seems to be this like black like tendrils kind of like snaking out from the bottom of the toilet, and kind of like poking up, and as it does, there's this like weird kind of like open mouth, like half rotted rabbit that comes up next to this tendril, and you see that like Loretta stops and just, "Oh, Wolfus!" And then Nana, let me see. Does a, I don't think I need to ask, a 21 hit?
Oh my.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Dustin.
Oh my god.
All of you watch in horror as this tendril shoots out from the toilet, wraps around Nana, blunk, and she disappears into the darkness. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Nana got taken by a toilet tendril.
No.
Grandma got run over by a tendril.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This episode was just a bunch of potty humor.
Yeah, I kind of went to shit near the end.
Hey.
No.
Some people are going to be
Alright.
pissed when you listen to it.
Hey.
So I
Castle
guess we
Madness
will pick that up from there. You guys, everybody say bye to Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Bye, Craig.